You are watching Travel World Online.
News highlights of the day. G20 destinations have put India on global tourism map, government in parliament. India 2023 foreign exchange earnings from tourism could reach pre-COVID level. Indonesian ambassador bats for stronger ties with India. Sixth Senses Fort Barwara appoints commercial director. Traveling in style, flying in comfort. Hotel Sahara Star relaunches specialty restaurant. Now, news and details. In a written response to a query in Rajya Sabha, Union Tourism Minister G. Kishan Reddy said infrastructure has been upgraded at host cities and various initiatives have been taken up. Foreign tourist arrivals in India stood at 3.13 million in the first 4 months of calendar year 2023, up from 1.17 million arrivals in the year-ago period, according to the data from Ministry of Tourism. Despite the rise, foreign tourist arrivals remained lower than pre-COVID levels of 2019, when the number stood at 3.95 million in the comparable period. Ina H. Krishnamurthy, Ambassador of Indonesia in New Delhi on Friday, 21st July, said that over the last few years, India and Indonesia have emerged among a few nations with robust economic growth. A stronger India-Indonesia-India relations in coming future will be beneficial not only for both the countries, but also to the region and the world, she added. Sixth Senses Fort Barwara has named Rajat Gera, the fort's Director of Sales and Marketing, as its new commercial director. With an illustrious career in the sales and marketing department, Gera has demonstrated exceptional leadership, creativity, and a deep understanding of the industry, making him the ideal choice for this pivotal role. Lot Polish Airlines provides daily non-stop flights from India to Warsaw, every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday from Delhi, every Sunday and Wednesday from Mumbai. Hotel Sahara Star has announced the relaunch of its Indian specialty restaurant, Namak. This iconic restaurant has captivated diners with its delectable Indian cuisine, and now, with a revamped ambience, Namak is ready to create a dining experience unlike any other.
Hi everyone. Thank you for giving this opportunity from Anil Sharma. It was a great pleasure and a very important moment that I am just talking to you on the occasion of Thai convention, which is the 66th episode, I believe. And this was a most waited event that we were talking, and Sri Lanka was looking forward to. And it came on a time where that Sri Lanka needs this kind of an events, international events, where that it will boost the confidence of visitors to Sri Lanka, the tourists, people who come on vacation, come on business, come on MICE events, etc. So I wish all success for the 67th Thai convention in Sri Lanka, which is going to be held from 6th to 9th July. And I personally thank the President, Ms. Jyoti Mayal, on this occasion and making this event success, or going to have this event in Sri Lanka. I know personally she took a lot of effort with all stakeholders to make this is a reality. Okay, having said that, Sri Lanka Airlines being the national carrier of Sri Lanka, and we carry 45% to 50% of the total tourist arrival or visitors to Sri Lanka. And as you know, we have been operating 9 destinations in India, covering from north to south. Especially we are very strong, and we are covering the southern part of India. If you want to mention namely that we are operating to Chennai, Trichy, Madurai, Karnataka, that is Bangalore, and Kochi, Trivandrum, in the Kerala. Then when come to north, that is Delhi and Maharashtra in Mumbai. So once again it was a great moment for us to have Thai convention, and also Sri Lankan is also getting back to its normal flight operations. We are operating 85 weekly flights to India. At the same time that we have been contemplating to just to getting back to the pre-COVID operations, that we were operating more than 100 flights a week, and also we had plans to operate to Ahmedabad and Calicut, though that we discontinued to Coimbatore and Kolkata. We have not given up our hopes, so if things are getting better, we will start operating to those destinations as well. And out of Colombo we have expanded, and also we have started increasing the frequency to the destination that we used to. We are operating to Australia and again Europe, that is London, Paris and Frankfurt, and in the Far East, as you know, Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, and even Japan, Jakarta, and even China, that is Beijing and Shanghai, Guangzhou, and as I told you, Australia, that is Melbourne and Sydney. So once again, thank you for this opportunity, and Sri Lanka is gaining momentum. Sri Lankan Airlines is getting back to its normal operations, and our flights are doing extremely well, and even that we have been bringing passengers or rather tourists to Sri Lanka from India. So in the first few months of 2023, the total arrivals have crossed over and above 5 lakhs, that is from January to May, and India is being the predominant tourist arrival country to Sri Lanka. The first 3 months India was the second largest tourist arrival to Sri Lanka, but I think in the month of April and May, India is the number one tourist arrival to Sri Lanka, that being the number one source market to Sri Lanka. So that shows how India is important to us, and how India and travelers are important to Sri Lanka and Sri Lankan Airlines. Okay. Another segment that we are talking about is the film crew or the film shooting. In addition to that, we can even think about the wedding organizers, where that we can have large scale luxury weddings in Sri Lanka. But before that, to touch on this film crew or the film shooting, Sri Lanka can offer a wide range of options, from beach to hill country or the cities or whatever that they want, even that they can make their own sets in Sri Lanka. So Sri Lanka could be one of the attractive location for the film shooting, and some of the environment, or I would say the climate, all those things will be shooting for the film crew or the film stars or the filmmakers, because Sri Lanka will not have this extreme winter or the extreme weathers like winter and extreme summer. Sri Lankan have that very nice climate throughout the year, so that will help the film shooting or the film crews to have their shootings in Sri Lanka, and that's one of the I would say a sector that which we have not explored very much, so that we have to just to promote. Even I think even in our recent road shows conducted by Sri Lanka Tourism Promotion Bureau, they were emphasizing about this film shooting locations in Sri Lanka, and also as I mentioned at the beginning, to focus on even wedding organizers to have their weddings in Sri Lanka, especially the luxury weddings. We have large rather big hotels who can host those kind of thing, and we have the facility and we have the capabilities to host that one. In addition that, we have our Sri Lankan holidays arm, which will be focusing on promoting Sri Lankan holidays, that is Sri Lankan hotels and destination that we can promote using Sri Lankan Airlines, and we have attractive fares, and we have attractive package rates to promote Sri Lankan holidays. That is our Sri Lankan holiday franchises. We have many SHF operators appointed across India from north to south, and also that we encourage people, if they want to take the stop in Sri Lanka before they move on to their next destination where the Sri Lankan operates to. So we are encouraging them also, and they can contact the Sri Lankan office, or they can contact our SHFO or franchise operators, or even if they just talk to us, we can just connect them with the land arrangement organizations who can just provide those hotels at very attractive rates. We have not specifically a special fare for students, but we have that students some benefits, like the additional baggages, because when they carry their education materials, and in case of, if there are promotions sometime take place depending on the season of the rather I would say during some specific season, or we can say lean season, or soon after the holiday seasons or peak season, we used to put special fares for those kind of segments like students and even leisure travelers to get more business on Sri Lanka. Thank you very much, Sharma, and really appreciated, and Aibowan, and once again we wish success and for this Thai convention, and looking forward to see you in Sri Lanka.
Sikkim and Darjeeling fam trip, a resounding success in showcasing the enchanting Himalayan sector. Sikkim and Darjeeling, over the course of 5 captivating days from 15th July to 19th, the breathtaking landscapes and cultural wonders of the enchanting Himalayan region were showcased in the largest familiarization trip ever organized in the country. With an overwhelming participation of more than 150 travel agents from across India, this extraordinary event was a joint effort by Himalayan Travels and IDNC World. The fam trip aimed to highlight the mesmerizing beauty and potential of the Northeast as a destination and India on the global stage. The Sikkim and Darjeeling fam trip provided an exceptional platform for travel agents to immerse themselves in the rich tapestry of these picturesque locales. Himalayan Travels, well known for its unwavering commitment to promoting the northeastern region as an exclusive tourist destination, partnered with IDNC World, a leading organization that showcases India's diverse attractions to the world.
आइडिया देखिए ऐसे आया कि सिक्किम एक इतनी खूबसूरत स्टेट है, एक छोटी सी प्यारी सी स्टेट है, और ये स्टेट में हम चाहते थे कि ट्रैवल एजेंट्स आएँ, खुद एक्सपीरियंस करें, और ये बात, ये मैसेज कि सिक्किम में टूरिज़्म की क्या पोटेंशियल है, क्या क्या यहाँ पे पॉसिबिलिटीज़ हैं, ये खुद वो एक्सपीरियंस करें और ये अपने कस्टमर्स तक ये बात मैसेज पहुँचाए। तो ये बताने का सबसे अच्छा तरीका ये था कि मैं एजेंट्स को खुद यहाँ पे बुलाऊँ, उनको वो सारी चीज़ें दिखाऊं जो हम हमारे कस्टमर्स को देना चाहते हैं, वो हॉस्पिटैलिटी से उनको अवगत कराऊं, और वो खुद महसूस करें कि सिक्किम में क्या पोटेंशियल है, क्या वेदर है, क्या कल्चर है, क्या फूड है, क्या क्या डेस्टिनेशंस हैं। तो ये हमारा उद्देश्य था। तो इसी उद्देश्य से हम लोगों ने 3-4 महीने की प्रिपरेशन की। 150 ट्रैवल एजेंट्स को अक्रॉस द कंट्री हम लोगों ने बुलाया, और ये 4 नाइट 5 डेज़ का उनको हमने सिक्किम और दार्जिलिंग का एक्सपीरियंस करवाया, और ये थॉट्स और ये इसी के बदौलत ये हुआ था। ये हमारी एक्सटेंसिव ट्रेनिंग हुई थी। जैसा मैंने कहा, हम पिछले 3 महीने से इस पे प्रिपरेशन कर रहे थे, क्योंकि इतना बड़ा फैम, यहाँ पे इतने बड़े एजेंट्स आ रहे हैं, इतने सारे एजेंट्स आ रहे हैं, तो वो माइन्यूटस डिटेल तो वर्कआउट करना ही था। तो एक एक दिन की, एक एक मिनट की, एक एक लम्हे की प्लानिंग की गई थी। आइटनरीज होटलों के साथ मिल के तय की गई थी। हर एक होटल ने कुछ टाइम लिया, कभी किसी ने कंफर्मेशन दी, कभी किसी ने कंफर्मेशन दी। तो ये प्रोसेस 3 महीने का प्रोसेस जब था, तब तक हमारे कंफर्मेशंस भी आते जा रहे थे और ट्रैवल एजेंट्स भी हमारे साथ कोऑपरेट कर रहे थे। जैसे जैसे हमारी आइटनरी कंप्लीट हो रही थी, वैसे वैसे हम उनको वो बताते जा रहे थे। तो ये डिटेलिंग काफ़ी हुई। हमारा उद्देश्य है हम पूरे नॉर्थ ईस्ट को एक टूरिज़्म हब बनाएं। हमारी जो नॉर्थ ईस्ट की पोटेंशियल है वो अपार है, इमेंस है, और उसकी जो अभी फुटप्रिंट है, वो फुटप्रिंट अभी तक पूरी भारत में पहुंची नहीं है। हम इसको और भी आगे लेके जाएंगे, नॉर्थ ईस्ट के अलग डेस्टिनेशंस में और लेके जाएंगे, भारत के और लोगों को इनवाइट करेंगे कि आके नॉर्थ ईस्ट एक्सपीरियंस करें, और देखें कि हमारे भारत की क्या क्या पोटेंशियल। देखिए, मेरी उम्मीद एक ही है, सिक्किम का नाम हो, लोग जब अपने वेकेशन की प्लानिंग करें तो सिक्किम भी उनके जहन में हो, नॉर्थ ईस्ट भी उनके जहन में हो। मेरा उद्देश्य यही है, मेरा पूरा समय टूरिज्म के ऊपर जाता है एंड आई एम वेरी पैशनेट अबाउट नॉर्थ ईस्ट। लोग यहाँ आए, ये जगह को देखें, यही मेरा उद्देश्य है। पर्सनली भी बहुत घूमता हूँ और मुझे बहुत शौक है रिमोट लोकेशंस में जाने का, नई जगह डिस्कवर करने का। और जब वो नई जगह डिस्कवर हो जाती है, कोई नया होम स्टे डिस्कवर हो जाता है, तो मुझे बहुत आनंद आता है कि मैं अपने टूरिस्ट को वो जगह लेके जाऊँ और उनको भी दिखाऊँ।
Let me first give a disclaimer. So, I'm very strong in mice. Mice for me is like arranging a project or maybe a platform even for a wedding planner or a couple to get married. So, when people say how many weddings or people ask how many weddings I have done, my number really sounds whooping, like, because it crosses around 450 plus.
Okay.
But the point here is I have not done those weddings being on ground because I'm not a wedding planner. We are very strong in helping either couple or families or wedding planners to identify a fantastic destination which will meet their aspirations or their dream destination. Then once that is identified, the biggest challenge is which is the right property for them. So it is not about me convincing them, it's the other way, because we become their consultants or we become their advisors. So we understand what challenges they have or what expectations they have, and then we recommend suitable properties from which they pick up. My future strategy is to build the platform which is predominantly for the B2B markets. My B2B are like, there are a lot of travel agents, there are a lot of wedding planners or event planners who have business in hand, but they lose it because either they miss knowledge or they miss experience or they miss the network. We try to bring all three of them in one single platform and build the market for the. And we are very ambitious. Currently, we are already having around 6+ operational offices in India. We have our presence in US as a representation and also in UAE. But by 2025 and 2027, we are looking at having around 12 international offices and have around 12 domestic offices, which will try to cater both Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3 markets where there are ample opportunities. Strategies is very simple to grow organic. We don't want to really overpower because this is a more emotionally driven market. It's not more on a fundamental or marketing point of view. So we would like to build relationships. That's one our key portfolio. And most importantly, we also focus on building relationships by education. One of the reasons is like we focus more on creating a lot of fam trips so that people know the ground reality. Sikkim is neglected for only a couple of reasons, because of either the perseverance of or assumptions of lack of infrastructure or the connectivity. Fortunately, government has been spending a lot of focus on building the infrastructure and building the connectivity, and today it is bringing closer to the various parts of India. So our strategy is to identify more beautiful options which can really help the wedding market or the MICE market to improve. Future scenario after 5 years is to showcase India as a destination to the world. Because so far there is domestic market which is very good, but also India can cater to international markets. As I mentioned, one of the key initiatives is education, because miscommunication or lack of knowledge always leaves the business opportunities. So our objective is to empower our partners to build their educational strength or to build their geographical strengths, understand what kind of new elements that are coming up in various destinations, and eventually promote that with a lot of confidence. Currently, India is promising because thanks to COVID, a lot of people started exploring India also as one of the key destinations for tourism. For some reason, it was still neglected. It was only in Tier 2, Tier 3 markets. People who had less budgets were exploring. But today, India is also catering to ultra luxury markets, is also catering to mid-class segment as well as HNI segment. So apart from this one, as you have asked me, we are looking at more than 48 plus countries which has direct connectivity from India, where people really don't mind traveling for 3 hours to 5 hours, but directly reach to a new country so that their experience is not hampered. Because people don't prefer traveling for very long time, because that tries to cut down or brings the body fatigue. So we are looking at more than 40 plus countries, 48 precisely to say, and we are empaneled with all 48 international tourism boards. It is very important question, and also very important segment or a statement, I would say, which is one of the core visions of IDMC. As I mentioned earlier, we are not only promoting India as a market for Indians. We are one of the companies which is focusing on India as a destination for the global markets, which is where we are looking at not only creating a market of or a network in India, but also targeting people who can have opportunities in India. A decade before, there were challenges because we were lacking on infrastructure at an international standards. But today, if you see in terms of convention centers, in terms of hotels, in terms of hotel inventory, or the connectivity, I think we are one of the largest networks, be it rail or airways or airports or hotel inventory. Because of our domestic consumption, it was never highlighted. But India gets a contribution of almost 16% so far from international markets. But we would be more than happy to contribute from our end to take that 16 to 30 or 40% in next 5 years and see where we can really take India as a market and bring more countries or more nationalities to bring their events to India. And we are equipped to handle with a great team, great skill and great infrastructure. Next 6 years, we have a strategy of having at least 2 familiarization trips for international markets to explore India as a destination. We started working at our think tank where we are looking at identifying state-wise that which are the ideal states which could first target for which countries, because this demands a lot of research. And for next 6 months, we will have a plan for next 5 years so that we start executing and building our market to target those particular countries to bring their business to India.
Lovely. That's answered the question, sir.
See, this collaboration and IDMC World is a collaboration basically, and we are all very experienced people. That means around 20 plus year experienced people jointly formed this company IDMC World, and we are doing a pan-India presentations, roadshows, trade fairs, attending trade fairs like TTF, SATE, OTM. This kind of trade fairs also we are attending. It's a continuous process. In fact, across the year we are traveling in India. I'm coming to that. Post-COVID situation, the rise of the travel need of people has been increased. Might be before, when we compare the situations in 2018 and 19, it might be multiple by several times. And I can feel that with the inquiries when we go through pan-India sales promotions, we can see the demands of the people who are asking to travel within India. That means that domestic tourism has a vibe, to use a very sensible, the thought on that. In fact, the time when the COVID situation was being raised, and we all sit in home, thinking about the future of the tourism and all. Currently, the webinars, a lot of webinars, online webinars, been attended. In fact, all the industry expertise, people were saying about the first vertical of the business which starts will be definitely domestic, because international travel definitely take a lot of time because of the reasons of the policies by different countries have different policies. But the people within India, India is the highest populated country where it is a biggest market, and we have a diversified tourist products in Kerala. We have Ayurveda, we have a houseboat, we have backwater. When it comes to Kerala, I'm so happy to say about the appam, food, kadala, those kind of things.
Mouth-watering dishes.
Mouth-watering dishes. And when it comes to the Tamil Nadu, the filter coffee, masala dosa, the South have it's plenty of variety.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.
News highlights of the day. Kerala government introduces social media bidding game to attract tourists. Uttar Pradesh Vriksharopan Janandolan 2023 sets green milestone with over 30 crore saplings planted in a day. World's first International Temples Convention and Expo 2023 begins in Varanasi. Loy Kissa, a melange of cultural tales. T2Beacon Hotel, Mumbai appoints GM. The Fern Hillside Resort, Bhintal appoints GM. Now, news in details. The Kerala government has launched a bidding game called Holiday Heist on WhatsApp, offering tour packages at low prices to boost tourism. After planning to popularize various scenic locations in a state that were featured in hit movies to boost its tourism sector. In a remarkable feat towards environmental conservation, Uttar Pradesh achieved a new milestone by planting over 30 crore saplings during the annual plantation drive, Vriksharopan Janandolan 2023. The initiative was inaugurated by Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, who ceremoniously planted a Kalpavriksha at Vidur Kuti in Bijnor, hailing the event as a plantation festival in the new Uttar Pradesh of New India. The inauguration ceremony of the world's biggest international temples convention and expo, ITCX 2023, which took place recently at the Rudraksh Convention Center in Varanasi, was a spectacular affair that welcomed India's most illustrious dignitaries and notable leaders amidst traditional drum rolls, folk dance and auspicious chants.
Near the heart of India, a land filled with surprises. In the mighty force of your waters, you hold the deepest secrets that take us back in time. When it's said that the gods walk this land, this is where we feel the warmth of your faces. Come, experience Chhattisgarh.
In a bid to stay true to its unyielding promise of delivering an immersive and unforgettable experience for its esteemed guests, Loya, the latest addition to the Indian Hotels Company's IHCL exquisite restaurant portfolio, situated at the Taj Palace, New Delhi, extended a warm and exclusive invitation to Kissa. Surajit Banerjee has taken over as General Manager of T2Bcon Hotel, Mumbai. Banerjee embarked on his T2Bcon journey back in May 2019 as the operations manager. Uday Sinha takes over as General Manager of the Fern Hillside Resort, Bhimtal, Nainital. With an impressive track record of 15 years, Sinha has displayed unwavering dedication in managing renowned resorts for prestigious groups such as Country Inn Hotels and Resorts, Leisure Hotels, ITC, and more.
You are watching Travel World Online.